3-1 in your first 4 conference games, all on the road, would be extremely massive going back to the women's building in the CNY. Off we go here from Charlottesville. Kate Barrier with the serve. Syracuse gets it set. No dice there. Here's Reagan Ennis who wallops it, and off the block. Good for Virginia, who's get the first point of today's match against Boston College back on Friday night. Barrier bolts one right over the net, and on the overpass, Virginia capitalizes. It's the 5th-year senior middle in Blacksburg. Hitting percentage dead even at .215, but Syracuse just a bit better on serve. Taya Maeva on the distribution for George. No finish there for Syracuse. Maeva to the right side antenna, and that is smashed aside. 10-6 Orange. Ennis from the back row annihilates it and keeps it down. 6 kills, committed 4 errors on 13 swings. Had just 1 block against Virginia Tech. Ennis touches it over. Orange having difficulties. But wow, what a play there. Tegan Hogan from the ground, showing off her reflection there, and that goes off the antenna. Point for Virginia. I remember Coach Wells saying before the season, we're going to go as Lauren goes this year. Maeva, short set, we've got a whistle. Offense continuing to hurt Virginia, just 8 kills in this first set. Excellent serve to win the set. Celebration for Zaria Harris-Wadi. We felt that there was a lot of momentum with this program coming off a 21-win season a year ago. We'll see as they get players back from injury how they perform down the stretch of ACC play. All right, off we go in set 2. Teams trade ends. Virginia in the orange and Syracuse in the gray. Waller off the tape. When she played at Virginia Tech, did Robinson. Always someone that Coach Wells in Virginia had to be ready for. That's rifled through the seam. Skylar George. Sarah Brodner is in serve receive, and gets it back. Fantastic dig in the back row from George. Fantastic effort there as well from Virginia's Hannah Scott. But it lands on the Navy instead of the Peach. Each team credited with 1 block thus far. Scott to Brodner. Maeva, Syracuse in their 5-1. Bowie brushes it over. Back row try. George finds the opening. Hogan couldn't catch up to it for UVA. Yamada on serve. Ennis dives to keep it alive, and Bowie absolutely bludgeons it off Yamada. Syracuse recovers. Scott, Bowie, cross court, it's out. Led the team in aces a year ago with 33. Right near the net. And because of Johnson's prowess on serve, it ends up being a can of corn for Dean. Reeg up to Dode, and then Ennis. Syracuse out of system. George. Good dig from Reeg, and now Ennis steps into it. It feels automatic. Dean does not have an ace this season. Joust at the net. Maeva needed some help, didn't get it. A come from behind second set victory for Virginia. Deadlocks this match at a set apiece. Barrier still looking for her first ace of this match. Off we go in set 3, and Barrier launches it long. Harris-Wadi claps one over the net. Dode dials it up for Ennis. Maeva ready for it in the back row. Dode, setter's dump. You got it. Maeva boosting it up there for George as it rolls on the net. Maeva, McLaughlin had to jump really far to make sure her foot didn't touch the 10-foot line. Hogan elevates it high for Ennis. Excellent dig, Yamada. McLaughlin off the block and down, and a roar from Robinson. Maeva's been busy all afternoon. Sydney Waller. Related to what Coach Bake and Syracuse want to do. Too much from Brodner there. Now Scott, back row, Ennis flying in. Give a lot of credit for George. Schuyler pumps over the free ball. Scott, back set. Bowie banging it down. 21-20 Syracuse. McLaughlin. Ennis had trouble. Free ball Cuse. Yamada, Maeva, middle for Harris Waddy. Now Ennis from the back row. Oh my word. Dode over the top. Hogan, Dode, and Ennis. Cross court. It is in. Reese Tevis. Right over the net. That was a great serve. Virginia ready for it though. Ennis took something off at that time. Back row attack. McLaughlin mashes it down. Scott does have one ace today. Lefty fires. Taya Maeva right on the money and on the button for Leia. 25-23. Score back to zeros. Ready for the fourth with McLaughlin. Reeg and Ennis. Nice block form there by Harris Waddy. Ennis again, this time wants to avoid it. Yamada to Schuyler George. Nice dig, Ennis. Robinson pops it over. Still up in the air. Diving to the floor, barrier. Maeva. Harris Waddy, it's out. A dipping serve. We're good. It continues. That's down and good for Leia. Top 3 in kills a season ago. New setter. Ashley Lee departing the program. George finds the pocket. 15th kill now for Schuyler George. Yeah, they lost the first set. Fell in the third set. But they're better right now. Here's Dean, Brodner, and now Bowie across the way. Maeva to McLaughlin, sees a big block of Bowie and Robinson, and they're exulting in celebration. Serve here for Meredith Reeg, who just came up with an ace prior to the break. Maeva to the middle for Harris Waddy. Hums one beyond the Who's grasp. Who's getting this one? Maeva. Dode ready for it for UVA. They're out of system. Hogan right back to Dode. Taking a swing there on the right side, and that is absolutely tattooed from McLaughlin. Dialing one up here. Maeva, guess who? McLaughlin, Robinson, and Dode over there. McLaughlin does not have an ace today. Her team only with 3. Dode to Ennis, finishes off the fourth. Reagan radiates it down for kill number 24 of the match. Kate Barrier begins on serve here in set 5. Off we go. Maeva, back set. Robinson couldn't get the block. And against St. John's in the Syracuse Invitational. Johnson again on serve. Whacks it over. It's a good one. Syracuse out of system and a free ball here for UVA. Dode, Ennis, yes! All right, we resume play here in Charlottesville. 8-6 Virginia in the 5th. Syracuse making a run. Ennis hoping to end that. She can't for the moment. George out of system to the back row, McLaughlin. Hogan elevating it. Ennis right there waiting for it. George, back row attack, McLaughlin off the block of Dean and Bowie. Now it's George. That hit a couple of hands. Ennis blocked! Holy smokes! Reig. Syracuse out of system. George stepping into it and denied! Dode again, 7 blocks. Down by a set twice today. Reig serves. Maeva to George off the block of Robinson. Joust at the net. We continue on. Hogan, back row attack for Ennis and her 30 kills today. No dice that time. McLaughlin dug up by Hogan. Robinson. Syracuse sticking with it. George. Reig is there. Dode goes for the whack. Back row McLaughlin. Laser beam. Point SU. Here she goes. Off the nets. Service error number 16 for Syracuse. Barrier. Hits it deep. Maeva to the right side, Leia. Reig, Dode, Ennis, right-handed swing, you betcha! Match point for UVA. Maeva, McLaughlin, somehow Hogan keeps it up. Everybody on their feet here. Ennis off the block. Dode goes for it. Saved there somehow from George. McLaughlin tees it up. Another dig from Hogan. Ennis softly brushes it over and down. They pour off the bench and celebrate. An all-time performance from Reagan Ennis and the Who's. Virginia victorious in 5, 17-15.